You're welcome back to the class. And in this tutorial, we are gonna go straight to the class on factors causing stress in fish. Let's go straight to the class immediately. Factors causing stress in fish. Number one is excess feeding. Excess feeding could cause stress to the fish. But when you feed them and they get fed very well, they will feel somehow sluggish, but you don't have to worry about that. It is better to feed them to satisfaction. So the stress doesn't actually cause any harms for them when they are being overfeeded, as long as they finish the food, except there's remnant in the ponds which will actually cause water pollution, and that water pollution will lead to depletion of oxygen, and that is what is gonna cause stress for them due to excess feeding. So number two is low or shallow water level. If the water is too low, it will also cause stress for them. Some people when they put in fish into pond and so the fishes are not many, so I don't have to increase water level for them. No, the fishes always want a top water level for themselves, so they could swim around, play around, feel free, and with that they will also get big as quick as possible. So if you are giving them a low or shallow water level, that means it will cause stress for them, and it will cause depletion in growth also. Yeah. So water pollution. Water pollution is being caused by excess feeding or by their excrement. So when the water is being polluted, there is depletion of oxygen, as I said before. So water pollution also causes stress for them. And how do you know your water is polluted? You start getting offensive odors coming out from the water. So that's when you hear fish water is smelly. Fish water is smelly because it's been polluted and the toxic content in it has been increased. So it causes oxygen depletion, and oxygen depletion causes stress to fish. So accumulated excrement. So accumulated excrement is also another factors that causes stress in fish. The accumulated excrement comes from their own excrete. So when the excrete is when they are when they deficiate, and also the the excess feed that is remaining in the water also joins with the accumulated excrement, so it causes stress as well, and it also pollutes water, and is also cause depletion in growth. So you have to change your water once you start experiencing any offensive odors. And you have low oxygen tension. Low oxygen tension also causes stress. Low oxygen or depletion of oxygen, this all comes by excess feeding and water pollution and accumulated excrement. Then you also have high temperature. High temperature actually is more uh, recognized or more practiced for those who are hatching. So if you are hatching, you have to observe the temperature. Okay. So and secondly, the your pond or the environment where the pond is shouldn't be heated, so the temperature doesn't get high. And accumulated debris. Accumulated debris are also caused by excess feeding. So the fish settles on the floor, and their excrement also settles and it results to accumulated debris. This also causes stress, and this also can be seen more in hatchery than others. And draining entire volume of water. Yeah, I said draining entire volume of water causes stress to fishes. When you are wasting your water, uh, you have to waste at least 80% of water and the highest 90% of water. And then you need to run a flow through system. So, a flow through system means when you are pumping in water to the pond, at the same time the waste pipe is open, meaning flushing the water inside, which you did not remove or so you have to run the flow through to normalize the one that is already in the pond. That is the 10% water that is remaining in the pond. So you have to run a flow through to make it clean, and then you increase immediately. And then high level of ammonia in water, that's nitrate 3 and nitrate 4. So this high level of ammonia in water is actually being caused by accumulated debris or excess within accumulated excrement. So you can see how it's going. This results to this results to this results to this. So we have stocking density, overstocking. If you overstock your fish pond, it also causes stress to them, and also depletion in growth. They will not grow where they always get stressed when moving around, touching this one. Oh, where do I put my head? Where do I touch my body? Or if I turn like this, I'm touching my brother. If I turn like this, I'm touching my sister. So it causes stress to them. And depletion in growth, they won't grow very well. So when you give them enough space, you see them grow massively within a shorter period. Then you have grading. You have grading. When you are grading your fish, meaning when you are sorting your fish of different sizes, it also causes stress. So transportation and well-being, this also causes stress to fish. So steps to stress control. Steps to stress control. Feed to normal satisfaction, meaning don't allow feed to remain. It will somehow remain. When feeding them, they will always ignore some feed on water when they are filled. When the fishes are filled, people say fishes don't get filled. Is actually not true. They get filled, and when they get filled, you see some feed remaining on top the water. They will leave it. They will not eat. So you know they are filled. So if you want to feed them, you start gradually until they get filled. Once they get filled, they start walking away. So by spending more time feeding the fishes, you will see that you will know when they are filled and when to when to retrain your hand from feeding. So feed to normal satisfaction and don't allow excess feed to be left over in the pond or on the water surface after feeding them. Always bring down your water volume to 80%, just as I said here. Just as I said here. Drain entire volume of water. So what's the solution? Always bring down your water volume to 80%, at most 90%. Then run a flow through until pond water gets clean before increasing to normal volume. Always grade, meaning always sort your fish or grade your fish or count your fish and transport your fishes during morning and evening hours. If you want to do all this, if you want to if you want to grade your fish, or you want to sort them, or you want to count them, or you want to transport them, always do it during morning hours and evening hours. Okay. Avoid overstoring in transport containers or stocking ponds. If you want to transport your fish, make sure you don't overstore them in a transport container. And when stocking your fish, don't also overstock your ponds. Always clear debris from concrete and mobile ponds. Always clear debris from concrete and mobile pond. That's by doing a vacuum cleaning method. You always be able to do this. And this actually can be done in hatchery. This should be observed in hatchery, not in grow out. In grow out, when you open the wastewater, everything goes out. So never neglect pH level, ammonia and phosphate level. So always check. You may ignore ammonia and phosphate level, but always check your pH level. And this actually should be observed more in hatchery and not in grow out, either melange or grow out or broodstock keeping. No, you can always do that. You should always observe these two in hatchery and not in grow out stages. So that is it for factors causing stress in fish. And in our next tutorial, we are going to look at fish normal and abnormal behavior. So stay on to the class. Thank you very much. Thank you for choosing Grand Skills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.